Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's the Common Collector, and today we are unboxing another Yu-Gi-Oh collection that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. Sorry that I haven't gotten up any deck profiles or anything as of late. I'm working on a whole bunch of stuff, but for now, this is just a really quick, easy video I can get up. Work has been hectic lately, and there are some very nice cards to get to in the video, so let's just get right into it. Alright, so we're going to get moving along here. As you can see, as I usually do on my boxes, is I take off all the shipping labels and stuff on there. So if the tape and whatnot sometimes looks a little, tampered with, that's just because I'm taking off shipping labels and stuff just to, protect me and protect the people who I buy from. So, but anyways, we're going to get into this. This is I'm very excited about this. As I said, I've been super busy lately, and, I bought this collection a little over a week ago, and so that means that now over time, oh wow, I didn't even know that this was included. That's really cool. Little Red Eyes Black Dragon hanging figure. That's sweet. Awesome. It's cool when people throw in things that you don't know are in the set. But as I was saying, I bought this maybe, 2 or 3 weeks ago already, and then it came in the mail. So I've forgotten a lot of the cards that are in the pictures, except for like the big money cards that were in here. So it'll be almost as much as a surprise for me as it will be for you guys. So, anyways, we will get going along here. So. And I'm going to try to do a little something different at the end. I'm going to go over sort of how I make my decisions on buying these collections and sort of some tips. Sorry if the audio is a little weird with all of the ripping here. But I'm going to try to give a few tips on how you guys can effectively make your purchases and whatnot. So, first of all, we have a binder right here. Oh boy, this guy really took care of his stuff, took care of the shipping. So, as you can see right here, we have pretty much a whole Dark Magician page. So, we have not really any of the expensive iterations of Dark Magician. Oh, there are a good handful in here though. So, okay, Dark Magic Circle. So, I didn't know that this guy has multiple cards per page, I guess. So they're only, wow, okay. So Magical Hats from Dual Pack Yugi. That's so okay, cool. We are all right, and then there we have a Magician of Black Chaos. So this will probably be a pretty long video. We have a lot more in here than I thought originally. Okay, this guy kind of made a page of Dark Paladin cards for me, and here we do have an Ultimate Rare Dark Magician from YSR, or YSYR, so that's, I can't think of what pack that even is, but so I'm going to try to, okay, Dark Horizon, nice. We're going to try to cook through these as much as possible, and I'm just going to kind of go through what we're seeing originally, and I'll finger through what else is not being shown, so I'll move our cool little figure over just so we can get all of the pages here. So here we have some of like the chocolate, apple, berry magician and whatnot, lemon magician. And when we get to the money card, you guys will probably know it. But, and again, I want to go over sort of my thought process on buying some of these. There's a Fire Princess, so a card that can be utilized in GOAT format, so that's very nice. But, and a Pot of Desires. That was another card that when I saw that in the picture, I was pretty comfortable with buying this because Desires is still a pretty expensive card. So with full transparency, usually I don't tell what I pay on these purchases, but I did pay $70 for this. It was originally listed at $60, and I went ahead and told the guy I couldn't go pick it up, so I told him, if you'll ship it to me, I will pay an extra $10 in shipping. So luckily he was pretty okay with that, and he was willing to ship this to me for an extra $10. So I am going to show you kind of at the end of the video what are some of my favorite cards, and also what are the money cards that helped me to decide whether or not I wanted to buy this, and whether or not I was willing to add those extra $10 of shipping, and just sort of tips on how you guys can make these decisions on buying these or not. And so I believe I saw the money card, the big money card already. Right here, the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. So, oh my gosh, there's two of them. Okay, so one of them is the gold edition. I did not know that there were two in here, which is awesome because I actually needed two more for my upcoming Blue Eyes Guard Dragon deck. So really sweet. I'm very excited that we got this in there. So these cards right here, when I originally bought this, I knew that the alternative would be worth about $40. Now the price is going down, and they're sitting at about 25 on TCG Player and 30 on Amazon. So getting these right here, even on TCG Player wise, this pays for $50 of the 70, which I already was talking about. So these are just some of the small things you have to keep in mind. And again, I did not know that this guy had some of these cards in multiples in the binder. So who knows even what kind of like Blue Eyes White Dragons or anything are in here. I'm definitely going to have to search through here a little bit more. Here's a few more gold rares. But yeah, so again, a big deciding factor on whether or not I wanted to buy this was the Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, and now that there's two in there, we really got our money's worth on here. And you never want to screw over the seller either, but definitely trying to pick up what you can at cheap prices and making a reasonable offer. So here we have a piece of Exodia from the Premium Gold Collection 2 and the Gold edition of Slife of the Sky Dragon, and then it looks like he has the old forms of Obelisk and Slifer and Ra, so the ones with the colored backs. So kind of interesting old cool pieces to pick up there too. So that also caught my eye while picking up this. So 5 pieces of Exodia there, 4 God cards because there's 2 Slifers. I don't think that there's more. No, there's not more of the Ra or Obelisk, but so far I'm very happy with what we have, and I do not know anything really of what's in this box. So very cool. We're just going to keep trucking along, and I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit now that we've gotten past some of the better cards. There's a Arcana Knight Joker, great card from the anime. Cool card from the anime, not that it's like a great competitive card. Getting into a little bit of Ghost Tricks right there, that's really cool. Looks like a few multiples. Okay, he's got a Ghost Trick Museum there. Wonder if he has anything, if he had like a lantern or anything in there, that'd be kind of cool. Okay, Treeborn Frog up there. That's pretty nice. Cooking along here. So Paleozoics, couple Paleozoic cards. That's not too bad. Ghost Trick Angel of Mischief chilling up on top. That should also be a single. Magical Musketeer. So this guy had a pretty good collection, decent for, and there's a Trap Tricks Rafflesia. So a good handful of Trap Trick cards. Wow, nice, very nice. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this, and I can already see that I think we're already really starting to show some of the good cards in here are starting to show. So yeah, the $70 at first I was a little on the fence about it, and now if this guy would have told me that there was 2 Blue Eyes Alternative Dragons in there, I would have definitely hopped on this and maybe even offered him a little bit more money. But that's sort of how it goes, and I try to make it mutually nice for either me for me and for the seller. But at the end of the day, as long as people know that they're going to a good home and whatnot, usually people are pretty cool about it. So they're pretty generous. He also a shout out to him. I'm not sure if he's comfortable with me saying his name and whatnot on here, but he did say that he was going to subscribe to the channel and watch for this video when it pops up. So here we have a kaiju right there. So that's pretty nifty. So thanks again. If you're watching the video, I'm very excited about this collection to really pick it apart and take a closer look at what we got here. But now we're going to get onto, oh, there's a Prophecy Destroyer from one of the Megatins. So, okay, we are going to now get into this box because this box is all mystery to me. So we are just going to zip through here as quick as possible. Oh, he must have taped this. Time for the knife to come out again. Okay, and more plastic bags, and we're gonna put the red eyes in the corner, just so he can be sitting here. So, and also I was really excited that he had some tokens sort of sitting around because I use tokens to send to packages to people when I have to. So, very nice that I have a whole handful of tokens lying around now. There was a handful that were already in the binder, so. We are going to go through this first pack and just sort of zip through and see what we get. So there we have a token card, a gold sarcophagus, that's not too bad. Phantom Knights, okay. A lot of Phantom Knights cards, wow. And this guy really hit up some of the, he got a lot of the gold rare cards. So there we have a Mirror Force, Fiendish Chain, some recognizable cards. There's a Legendary Collection, Yugi's World, I believe that was, Monster Reborn. So that's pretty neat. Gotta like that. Okay. Psychokinesis. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty decently old card. Okay, cool. Some Dragon Lord token. That's pretty cool. So, and I'm not really expecting too much more. Soul Charge, unfortunately, a forbidden card. But I don't think we're going to come into too much of shiny stuff in here, but hey, you never know. So I will try to keep cooking along in here. So very nice getting some tokens, though. Really appreciate that. And now I have some hair ties for my non-existent hair. There we have a Dragon Shrine. That's a decently useful card. 1 for 1, pretty nice. Okay, still moving along. Dragon's Ravine. Like, I mean, and just some, like, decent staples. Card Advance, that's a card that I use in my Battery Man deck. A super good card for cooking along any deck that focuses on tributing. So, oh, wow, here we have some Destiny board cards. 2 Fs, an A, and an L. Fa la 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 la. Can't spell final, but we can almost sing some Christmas songs. Okay, that was a really bad joke. Okay, I saw a holographic fusion at the end of this pile. Not sure what that was. Some older cards in here, really, though. That's pretty cool. Okay, here we have an Odd Eyes Raging Dragon and a Sea Monster of Thesis. Wow. Requires 2 tuner monsters. Wow, I have never even seen that card before. I'm assuming it wasn't very popular. Okay, here we have a Proxy Dragon. Wow, number 39 Utopia Roots. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Okay, there we have a Draco, True Draco right there. Number 99, and then a Galaxy Eyes Cipher. Satellar Knight, Constellar. Wow. You know, usually you would expect that the binders would contain most of the valuable cards or cards that would seem rare, but he did have a nice set of cards that were sort of hidden away inside of these piles. So 2 more piles to go here. Okay, here we got some like Vampire Lord, Lord of D, old classic cards, Summon Skull back there. Vorse Raider. Vorse Raider very appropriately got some a cool reprint when they gave him the new artwork and whatnot. I really like that. Okay. Oh, Shard of Greed. I always thought Shard of Greed was a cool card. Not that it's a good card, but it's kind of a cool idea. Okay, and there we go. We have another Monster Reborn. Okay, nothing too fancy in that pile, but we will go on to our final pile, and then we will move on to a little bit of discussion after this. Okay, here we go. We have a white and black dragon. Then a little bit of Yang Zing and Cliffs, Satellar Knights. Oh wow, and Aether, Heavenly Monarch. That just came off of the Forbidden list. Just got semi-limited, unlimited. I can't totally recall. I never played Monarchs, and okay. So we are going to get into the discussion part of the video. So stick around. Okay, so now in the final part of this video, I'm just going to go over sort of how I go about buying these collections. So again, in this collection, we got the binder, which you would probably buy at any card store for anywhere from like around $10. Here we have this Red Eyes action figure, which probably came in one of those mystery packages at Walmart, but still pretty cool to get that. And then this is sort of a pile of cards that I've put together where all of the cards are worth at least $2. So here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 times 2 would be, this here is about a $26 pile of cards. Not that I'm looking to ever resell cards that I buy. I never buy card collections to resell them, but just to know that you still have some decent value there. And also just different versions of these cards, you know. Sometimes that's this isn't a hard copy of Dark Magician to come by, but coming across different copies of Dark Magician Girl. Again, there's another Dark Magician, and this Injection Fairy Lily is actually a decently valuable card. So right there, getting all those cards together. Next, this is sort of a pile of cards that I put together that I can utilize in future decks. One for one, a card that can be put into a lot of decks. Instant Fusion as well. A Kaiju, rank up for my my Ghost Trick deck, and Dark Magician Circle. I needed another one of those for my Dark Magician deck. And then going on here, as you can tell from some of the cards you've seen, the guy who I bought these cards from must have bought quite a bit of the movie pack cards. So here we have a whole bunch of the Lemon Magician, Kiwi Magician, Berry Magician, the Gadgets, Clear Karibo, the Slifer the Sky Dragon, 2 of the Blue Eyes and whatnot. So and then going into some of those cubic monsters and whatnot that we saw in the movie. So definitely cool there. And the gold rare Dark Magician Girl. So again, just getting new stuff to add to my collection. So adding stuff for the competitive with this pile of cards that I can use in my competitive decks. Adding stuff to collections. And then just for the actual value of whatnot, these 4 cards together just sort of pay for the whole set. So right here we have a card that's roughly goes for about $5. This card is on TCG Player. I just looked up for about $15, and then these 2 here for about $25 a piece. So just within these 4 cards here, it already paid for the $70 that I invested in the rest of this set, and then that makes everything else. And again, not that I'm going to resell these cards or anything, but that it saves me a lot of money in the future that I can, you know, instead of buying these cards individually, I can buy them in this set, and then I get the rest of the cards as a bonus. So very nice getting that. I was really happily surprised to see this tucked away in the binder as well. So very nice to get those cards. And then just to go over some of my favorites, I did quick look up Aether the Heavenly Monarch. It was semi-limited. Now it is unlimited. I'm a little embarrassed that I didn't know that. But Lava Golem, this is actually a Lava Golem from Starter Deck Merrick. And then going again, how I just like to collect these different iterations of cards. So getting another copy of this version of Karibo is kind of cool to get. Cosmo Farm Girl, I just find it hilarious because I grew up in farming, so Farm Girl, I love Farm Girls. So, and then Obviously, I had to include the 5 pieces of Exodia, so, so really cool to get that, and then adding the 3 God cards in there from, I believe this was the Yugi's Legendary deck. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys found this video informative or else really cool to watch just to see what I could all pull in here. Let me know if there's anything that you guys noticed that could be of value or just stuff that you guys would like to see me put into decks and whatnot. So I know that there was a handful of Trap Tricks cards and stuff in here, so if there's stuff like that where you're like, oh, hey, make a deck profile on this, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. I usually respond to all of the comments that I get, or at least I take them into consideration, so just let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I'll be chatting with you there after you're done with the video. Thanks, bye.